Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. You can see I've got my setup here, but you guys can't see the whole thing. I'm so sorry. I will put a clip in so you can see what it looks like, but if you follow me on Instagram you would have gotten first sneak peek of it. But I've just got my little tinsels going around here, my little lights, you know, my little Merry Christmas ball, my little pink nice house, my little Santa sleigh with money because it's all about budgeting, my cute little orange candle going there, and then on the side of me here I've got a little tree that you can't see in the video. Let me see if I can move her up a bit. Okay. My little bougie tree, but everything here was done on a budget. Some of these things were new purchases and some of them were things that I owned already, but nothing came out of pocket, and the new purchases were business expenses. But anywho, hello and welcome. If you're new here, my name is Gracia. I'm a mom of one, and here on my channel you're going to find a mixture of financial videos from sinking funds, debt payoff, monthly budgets, budget check-ins, digital cash envelopes, physical cash envelopes, and just a whole plethora of things. Okay, so there's options for everyone on this platform. All right, I had to move a few things around just so you guys can see my printable better. I'm working with a tight space here, and I'm not going to be zooming in my camera because I want you guys to be able to see my lovely decorations and get into the spirit of Christmas, okay? Remember the reason for the season. Anyway, if you'd like to see how I do my monthly budgets, please keep on watching.
Do you wanna come along with me? Come along with me. Do you wanna? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, get it right. Gonna keep on running, grab the fun and live it live. And tomorrow's far away. Should I let the party fade? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something. Let us on tonight.
All right, so we are going to start with my income. This includes child benefit, child maintenance, tax credits, my wages, and any money that I may have made from my main YouTube channel, which is the Everyday Life channel that used to be part budget but no longer is. We also got some money from some lovely subscribers, okay? And when I say we, I'm talking about my son and I think that's about it. So we're going to put our total income, which is, we usually put a dash, and that is £1,832.82. And this also includes the rollover from November's budget, okay? So that money that was left over, it includes that as well. All right, so we're going to start with our savings, and our savings includes our help to save, which we're putting £50 for, and our 3% savings, which we're putting £25 down for. So you guys know I usually put my 3% here plus my I'll put it as HTS. I usually put the number 2, but we're going to just put HTS, which is help to save, and we are budgeting £75. The next one we are going to use for our sinking funds. So we put SF, and our sinking funds for the month of December has increased, guys, and I'm really excited about it. Oh my God, I'm really excited. Can you tell by my voice? So we usually put aside about £135, but this time we're putting aside £235. So while I'm going through this, so we're putting aside £235 for our sinking funds. Now I'm going to break this down for you quickly. Our home insurance, I've rounded that up to £35. I also I'm making my last deposit for Christmas of £50, okay? Because Christmas is around the corner. Self-care, I've rounded that up to 40. Road tax, I've rounded that up to 10 because that's around £7.50 or so, or £7, something along them lines. And then we've got our Costco membership, I've rounded that up to £10. Car maintenance, I've rounded that up to £70. And I've got a medical expense, which is my eye test, and I've rounded that up to £20 because it's $19.99. I do get my eye test for my glasses free because I'm on a low income. So I did query about it because I've been paying all these years. I've been paying for my eye test. I've been paying for it for at least a couple of years without knowing that I'm paying for it. You won't have it for school then?
Yeah, but then I can have Oreos for school and Dixits and stuff.
Okay. So finding out that my eye test for my glasses is free and I've only got to pay the $19.99 for the contacts because that's not covered because it's classed as cosmetics. So I'm paying for that out of pocket and that gives us $235. All right. So we are going to add these up and you guys know how we do. We add these up, put the total, subtract it from there, and then we keep working down the sheet if you're not new here. So I'm going to move my calculator over across to this side where I feel like the lighting is a wee bit better. So let's get 75 plus 235. That gives us £310 in total. All right, so I usually subtract the 310 from 1832.82. That leaves us with 1522.82. All right, so the figure is going to be on here. I'm not sure you guys could quite see the calculator. I'm so sorry. I'm here with my Christmas decorations, trying to do the most, but you guys can't see. I'm so sorry, but anywho, I think I'll tilt it that way. Anyway, let's move along because we don't want this video crazy long. All right, so we're working our way down to our expenses. The top section is the section where it's pretty much the same across the board. So we are going to do our rent. And if you don't notice, I'm just going to let you know, I've sort of rounded everything up. Rent, we have rounded that up to $375. So that would also give us a little bit of a cushion as well, right? So $375 is what we're paying for rent. Council tax is £101. Electricity, we've rounded that up to 40 because that is usually £31. So I've rounded that up because, guys, I'm keeping my eye on my smart meter, and trust me, the electric meter is ticking away. So I don't want any unexpected bills. So I feel like putting an extra £6-7 won't hurt anyone. Okay, so we said electricity, we've got 40. The gas, we've increased that to 45. All right, it's usually about £44, so it's not a great increase, but that's what I could have done for. Then I should have actually increased this to 35. I should have done the electricity to 35 and the gas to 50, but it's all good. It's gonna work itself out. Water, we've rounded that up to 36. I'm going to stop saying we've rounded that up because it's going to get a bit annoying, especially when I'm editing it. So everything's just been rounded up, okay? So mobile phone, £23. Internet, £40, and then we've got our bank account fee. I'm sorry about my writing. I've got an injured finger, and I'm not flicking you, sorry. I'm literally not flicking you. Okay, let me do it this way. I've got an injured finger, and I'm also suffering from like severe crack hands, so it's really painful. Hence the reason why my videos are being filmed super late. Well, super later than I needed them to be filmed, but you know, we move. All right, so bank account fee is £2. Okay, we're going to move our way down to our variable expenses. So these are the ones that we could sort of tweak, but obviously I need to add this up. I'm whizzing along and I'm not paying attention, am I? So we've got 375 plus 101 plus 40 plus 45 plus 36 plus 23 plus 40 plus 2. So that's £662. If you guys can see it there. So that's 662. And we're going to subtract that from the 1522.82. So minus 1522.82. That leaves us with 860.82. All right. So we're going to put that in our leftover box. 860.82. So our variable expenses, we're coming in with our petrol. And that is £80. I think I'm going to have to eventually increase this to 100, but I do need to be getting the extra income to be able to do that. Groceries. We have sort of knocked this down a bit. That's going to be 65. Now, I feel like I need to put zeros on the ends of these because they're going to look out of place. Oh my goodness. Okay. Kaylan is 45. Subscription is $32.98. And then I've got a few extra categories. So we've got grass and K. Oops. Grass and K. So that's my son and I. We've got £73.10 between us. So £73.10. So we're going to divide that up between the two of us and we'll get half each. And then I've got my business. Is 164.18. And I've got miscellaneous. And that's £4.47. £4.47. It's not a lot, but you know, it's gonna do what it needs to do. So I'm going to add this up and then we're going to subtract it. Now, in regards to the business, any sort of money that I make online in any way, whether it's from my YouTube channel that's monetized and any other sort of income I put towards my business. And the Grass and K section is when subscribers send Kaylan and myself money for Christmas and stuff like that, or birthdays. I include it in that, so I'm being accountable with the finances and I know that I've got this money to do what I need to do with it. Okay, so yeah, that's what that is. I'm not going to go into deep details. I think that's a good enough explanation. So £80 plus 65 plus 45 plus 32.98 plus 73.10 plus 164.18 plus 4.47. So that's £464.73 there. So that's 464.73, and we're going to subtract that from 86 there, 0.82. So that leaves us with, oops, 396.09. Now we are in the section where I allocated it towards our debt. So we are going to be paying the Good Samaritan. This would usually be my credit card, but you know, I explained to you guys in my debt update video. I will link it over here in the cards, that someone was kind enough to bless us with some money in a loan form to clear the credit card so we could avoid the interest. And then we've got our 0% debts, and these are just debts that we have that don't have any interest on them at all. So that is 141.09. Now we're going to add that up. 255 plus 141.09, and that's 396.09. £396.09, and we're going to subtract that from 396.09, and that gives us 0. So we're completely zero based, which was not even planned. Honestly guys, I did not do this ahead of time. It wasn't planned. I'm just working, you know, with what I've got. If you've seen my 2022 budget reset, you would see that the budget there was not zero based at all. I was over budget by 200 and something pounds, but because of the strategy I used, which I explained in my November budget closeout video, which I will link over here in the information card, watch that first, I think, and it will make sense. But because of what I did in that video, it sort of gave us a bit of wiggle room to have a bit extra. And also the business amount, like I said, that's from anything that I've sold, anything from my OurSimpleLyfe channel, and you know, anything of that nature. And then we've got the Grass and K, which we were blessed with by subscribers who sent us money via PayPal. Okay, so this is how we got those two incomes there. But I'm quite happy, I'm quite content with the way my budget is looking. I'm going to say that because I feel, and I want to say this for accountability, I feel that I'm in a better headspace. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been looking at things, tweaking things, working on things, you know, giving myself pep talks and seeing the areas where I am struggling, being accountable with those areas, you know, and working on those things. Now, clearly everything on here isn't broken down, like the sinking funds and stuff. You just have a total amount, because I don't like seeing too many things on paper. It gives me anxiety. I'm not just saying it, it makes me overwhelmed. So I like to keep things simple. But when I'm using my iSave Money budgeting app, everything is broken down. You know what I mean? Everything is broken down, so I know what's what. So all I have to do is fill it in. I'm going to show you guys what I mean so you can sort of get the graph. And I also use Excel as well. So I've not been using my Excel recently, which is bad for me. And if I click into the billing account, it breaks everything down there. But that's not the account I want to show you. I want to show you guys the sinking funds account. One account category. You can see the 235 is there, which is what we budgeted. And then I've got the categories. And as I allocate the money, I will fill those in. So I've got a breakdown as to what's what, okay? And this is on my budget, my Excel budget as well. But like I said, I am revamping my Excel budget and I've not started using it yet. I need to start using it for my 2022 annual budget. I've not been consistent with the 2021 one, and I'm not going to go back to sort of redo that because I've got it all here on this app. So that's sort of what I do, and it keeps things on this sheet of paper very minimal. But in my previous video, I did say I need to add a few more boxes, which I will do, but it's not going to be over excessive. You know, some printables, they've got, you know, the sinking funds category and stuff. I might make a printable like that to put back into the shop for those of you who are interested in buying that particular one. But for me, I like it this way because it's easy on the eyes. It's easy for me to look at visually, and I don't feel like what the heck is going on. So that's that. So this concludes our December monthly budget. My goal is to stick to this budget, and my goal is also to be able to bring in some more money on this second row here by, you know, shifting some stuff in the home, which I've been talking about in almost every video, shifting some stuff in the home to bring in some extra money, and then we will allocate that extra money to a different cause. The reason why I don't just want to allocate all of that money towards debt, I've got big goals for 2022. And as you watch my journey, you will see those goals, those dreams, those hopes and wishes come into fruition. And I want to do it this way because I want to show people who are in my situation on a low income. And I know you might look at this figure and say, oh, that's not a low income. This is for the whole month, darling. This is not a bi-weekly amount. This is for the whole month. This is a monthly budget, okay? And if we didn't have these amounts here, it would have been way less. Remember when I did the budget reset, we were working with about £1,444. We got an increase of 400 and something, which includes this, and it also includes money that we had from other rollovers, because I said I've gone through my budget with a fine-tooth comb, and I've sat down and I've gone through it. Make your budget work for you guys. I'm not here to copy anyone. I'm not here to tell you this is what you should do or you shouldn't do. I'm sharing my journey. If you find inspiration in my journey, that's great. If you don't and you find it in someone else's, that's also great. On this community, I feel like it's a very judgmental community in some aspects, and I know I'm going to step on a few toes here, but you guys know I always keep it 100. I feel like people aren't allowed to make mistakes. If someone goes out and they work extremely hard for their money, they're in debt, you know, and they wanted to treat themselves to something that might come across as extremely frivolous and expensive to someone else, but they could afford it, they get judged. I feel like we need to give people grace, allow people to do what makes them happy for their mental health. We're in a time and a season where everything is uncertain, okay? And I feel like we need to allow people to be themselves. I make my mistakes and I hold myself accountable. I know not everyone does that, but I do make my mistakes and I hold myself accountable, and this is how we learn. Look at a child. When a child is born, they don't know how to hold a spoon, they don't know how to walk, talk. They're developing their fine motor skills over the months and years of their lives, you know what I mean? They see that and they're able to look back and see that journey, and it propels them to keep going and to keep being better than the child they were 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. You know what I mean? So we have to look at our finances in that sort of lens. We are going to make mistakes. Things are not going to be perfect. You're not going to be making as much as I am or the other person. Some people make 4 or 5 times this amount. Do I get disheartened about that? No, because this is Gracia's journey. This is my lane, okay? And my eyes are fixed on my lane. I'm not going to be turning myself this way to go over here or that way to go over there. No, this is me. This is where I am, and I'm journeying through that. So, I'm ranting a bit, but I do like to leave a bit of inspiration here because this is the last budget of 2021, guys. And I want you guys to know that you can do anything you set your mind to. And I'm not just saying this just to make you feel like, oh, you know, no, you can do anything you've set your mind to. If you've been watching my journey, you've seen my screw ups. You've seen where I've wasted hundreds of pounds eating out, just doing silly things. You know, but at the time when I was doing these things, it didn't come across as silly. It's what I wanted to do at that time. I gave myself grace, but I also held myself accountable for those actions. And I said, you know what, sweetie pie, you need to sit down and you need to find a way that you could navigate on this journey differently, but still succeed on it and not feel like you're a failure. And this is just where we are at. You know, I'm projecting and I'm hoping and I'm putting it out there that we could double this income. We could triple it. We could quadruple. Is that the word, quadruple? You know, I'm speaking positivity into my life because for a long time, it's easy to motivate others and inspire others. But sometimes it's hard for us to do that for ourselves. So I feel like we need to speak over our finances, speak over our lives, and know that, hey, debt is okay. What's not okay is having the debt and not paying it off. Okay? Do you get what I mean? Don't put yourself in debt to keep up with the Joneses. That's daft. And for my American viewers, when I say daft, that means it's stupid, it's silly, it makes no sense. You know what I mean? But if you've got a bit of debt, like I've got this debt down here and it's 0%. And like I said, this debt, I worked it into my budget before I agreed to it. And it meant that I had to cut down on other areas within the variable income section and maybe my savings. But that's okay because I know I'm going to pay this off soon and I won't need to get that debt again. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense, but I want you guys to be uplifted. I want you guys to feel motivated. I want you guys to feel inspired. Don't be put off because someone else's budget isn't the same as yours. Your budget is personalized and unique to you. Okay, I didn't start out this way. I've been on this journey since 2017, documenting it on this platform. Okay, and guys, I've made a lot of mistakes and I'm still going to make mistakes, but I've learned to be gentle with myself. I've learned to give myself grace and I've learned to be accepting of the things that I cannot change or control, and to know that this is a journey and a marathon. It's not a sprint. Okay, so it's not going to happen quickly, and my success might not happen as quickly as the other person's, but it will happen. And I want you guys to be able to see that, oh my God, she spoke these words of life over her finances, and she also spoke words of life over mine, you know. So I want you guys to get your pen and paper. You don't have to have a fancy printable. This is just something I made because I like the colors. I'm visual, I like it. But I started using a pen and a book. That's what I started using. Write your numbers down. Every single money you're getting in, write it down. That would be your income. Write down all of your expenses. Remember, your 4 walls are these. These are what comes before anything else. Now, I know I put these up here, but that's because I've got the money to do that. If I didn't, this wouldn't be there. Do you understand? It would just be this. And then the other bits will follow. So do what you need to do, guys. I love you guys for real. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. It's absolutely free. Give this video a thumbs up. And comment below to let me know that you've watched the video straight through by putting the Christmas tree emoji in the comment section. And let me know what your plans are. Be inspired, guys. Share this video so it could be a light to someone else as well. I love you guys, and season greetings to you and yours. See you soon. Toodaloo.
Wanna shake the ground, wanna break away.